Hey, so last episode we converted the tennis game to a fantasy-themed action game. In this episode, we're gonna add a block breaker level in our game. Lelele. Now, if you don't want to do the whole
5
steps, you can download a copy of the updated version and its source code on my Discord, on my Patreon, link in the description. Okay, let's do this.
Step 1
Trim the longest class file, tennismap.java. Last episode, we employed an entity system, but it's only really used by the hub world map and not the tennis map. So the ball, player, evil wizard, magic shields, and magic walls are all elements of tennis.java, not entities. That's not good. The hallway walls can stay as map elements, that's fine. So now, we're gonna convert the magic walls into actual entities. Just the magic walls to keep this step short, and the other map elements can wait. So yeah, let's do that.
New クラスアップデートクラス
And there you go. The magic walls are now entities. Tennismap.java is now smaller, but it did lose the shortcut that I wrote for the collision detection of the magic walls and the ball. So now, it checks all 6 magic walls for ball collision instead of just the ones at the forefront of the action. It's a sacrifice we have to make to achieve a more streamlined code. Okay, let's keep going.
ステップ2
Normalize all sound effects. Last episode, we created our own sound effects. But I just noticed that some sound effects are a bit loud and others are a bit soft. Yeah, I forgot to normalize my sound effects. This is not really a step, just a PSA. If you've created a sound effect or downloaded a sound effect, don't forget to normalize it. Currently, I only have 10 sound effects, so it didn't really take me long to process them. Now, if you don't know how to normalize audio, just open it in Audacity, select the whole file, and use the normalize option from the effects menu. I normalized mine to negative 3.5. I think that's a good amplitude. That's the amplitude of the video you're watching right now. So yeah, don't forget to normalize your sound effects. Okay, let's move on.
ステップ3
Create the block breaker level. Okay, so here's the lore of the block breaker level. You reclaim a temple from the enemies. Whether this happens before or after the first level? I don't know, we'll connect the dots later. So, at the center of the temple, there's a bunch of randomly placed small demon summoning rectangles that are about to open to let small demons or imps enter your world. Now, if the imps get in, they will not fight you because they can sense that you're strong, right? So instead, they will fly towards and attack your weakened party members, which would cause a game over screen. So, to prevent that, you raise a magic wall behind you, and you summon the magic ball to quickly take care of the demon summoning rectangles. And that's the gameplay of this level.
New assets New クラスアップデートクラス
And there you go. The block breaker level. I didn't include the player paddle yet. I'll explain why in the next step. So, in this level, if you lose the game, the imps get summoned and flies away from you to attack your party members. Side note, I renamed the energy wall PNG file to energy wall B, because we now have a horizontal energy wall. I also renamed explode.png to explodewhite.png, because we now have a red explosion image. And I renamed collision ball to wall tennis map.java to just collision ball to wall.java, because it's also now used by the block breaker map, not just the tennis map. And I should mention that the imp summoning rectangles are like energy walls. They are also magic wall entities. They are rectangles that have HP that can be destroyed by the magic ball. The level contains 234 blocks, each of which is either enabled or disabled, resulting in randomness, cavities you can exploit, and of course, replayability. Now let's add the paddle and the player.
Step 4.
Create the horizontal paddle and player entity. The thing about the player and the paddle is it doesn't feel quite right if I extend them to the abstract entity class, because the paddles and entities in the tennis level are also still not real entities, in a sense. Yeah, so we're just gonna make a generic paddle class and entity class for now. And then, in the next episode, we'll make them all extend to the abstract entity class. This will make the code simpler and satisfy my autism both at the same time.
New assets. New class. Update クラス。
And there you go. The player entity and player paddle. So, if you beat the level, you go back to the hub world. And if you beat both levels, the princess will show up. Side note, I add a B at the end of player paddle entity, player paddle, collision ball to player paddle entity, and collision ball to player paddle, because we now have horizontal versions of those classes. And I change how the paddle alters the direction of the ball. Before, if you hit the ball with the edges of the paddle, the ball veers more to the side. And hitting the ball with the center of the paddle makes it fly on a straighter path. Now, it's the other way around. Hitting the ball with the edges makes the direction straighter, and hitting the ball with the center makes the direction more to the side. I did this because playing the block breaker level with the old mechanic is really hard. Because if the ball direction is already angular, if you can still catch it, you most likely can only hit it with the sides of your paddle, making the ball direction even more angular and harder to chase around. So yeah, it's different now. This change affects both of the levels. Now, the block breaker level ball Y speed increases as you hit the demon summoning circles. But note that the ball Y speed only goes from half the base speed to 1.5 of the base speed, whereas the tennis level ball X speed starts at the base speed up to the game speed limit. I made it this way because our block breaker is harder than our tennis due to the level depth. So yeah, I think we're done.
Step 5.
Finalizing and compiling. The only finalizing step that we need to do is dispose of all instances of disposable libgdx classes, and then compile the game. Just watch the last episode for the breakdown of those steps. Okay, now we have a game that we can rename to anything we want and move to anywhere we want. A game that can run on Windows, macOS, and Linux. That's it, we're done. And again, the game and the source code is on my Discord, on my Patreon, link in the description. And if you download the game, please leave a testimonial in the comment section. Thanks, bye.